Hey, hey, what's up, guys? How's it going tonight? Happy Friday. Hope you all are doing well. Who we got in here? EBGBs, BNS F08, which I'm probably supposed to pronounce that in some manner besides just saying the letters. We'll figure it out one day. Chromie, what's up? Low Style Brody, how's it going? And Bix as well. So to Mig and Nebula's. How's it going, crew? Hit like. Get the stream off to a good start. Not that I have any particular expectations for tonight. I'm pretty exhausted. I had a late night last night, which didn't really need to be late, but sometimes, you know, you just want to chillax and lose track of time, and that's exactly what I did. So, we're getting ready for a drift event tomorrow. IRL drift event, and this car on screen, although that's like a 4 or 5 year old foot now. In any case, we're going to be doing some good tandems on this track that's on screen right now tomorrow in Oklahoma. If you are in the area, come on by, come catch a ride, say hi, let me know that you watch, all that good jazz, and I'll make sure you have a good time. Otherwise, I got a couple goals tonight. Alright, so here's the gist. Goal number 1 is get some tandems in, get my head in the right spot for tomorrow. Basically just remind myself that, yeah, I know how to drift. Do kind of okay. And leave that on a good note so that I have something to pull up tomorrow when I hit the track. That's kind of a little insider tip. If you don't have a good mental game for drifting, if you end up getting really nervous or excited right before you go out, you need to start building like the best of playlist of you basically kicking ass at driving. And whether that's like super amazing or whether it's just that one time that you linked a turn and it was like perfect. You know, it doesn't have to be super high level, but build a little like mental list of some of the best things that you've done in the car. How did you feel? How did everything come together? Like what you were doing, and play those in your mind before you go out on track. And it will put you in a better mental state, and it will enable you to perform better. It is one of the steps in triggering flow state, which is something that not only drifters but really all performance athletes try to do before they go on track or on stage or, you know, on course, whatever it is, into combat. So yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of fine tuning to give myself the best start to the event tomorrow, and then outside of that, I'm probably just gonna chill. I don't want to expend a whole lot of energy because unfortunately I was an idiot and didn't sleep a whole lot last night. So we're gonna just kind of hang out, do some driving. I'll probably do some solo cruising on the Toge just for kicks, honestly. Some not drifting, and then what I don't want to do is drive until I'm tired and like suck, basically. I'll save that for tomorrow when I do that in person. Yep, Assetto Mig. I know that's Miggy. I've learned that. Dogcraft95, how's it going? Q's, what's up? Nebulous, should I get a Thrustmaster Theta? Yeah, I mean, I think they make a good shifter. Intel, how's it going? Oh, Vix, yeah, I'm sure I'll do fine. I've been doing this for a long time. Either I'll do fine and I won't crash, or I'll do great and I will crash. But either way, I'll do good. It's just, you know, will we get through the whole day unscathed? And that's a mix of what I choose to do and what other people choose to do. Also, don't hold me to this, but I might try some of my first circuit 360 entries. I say entry, but it'll be mid-track because the corner that I want to do this on is not the first turn of the track. We don't have that much run-up on this course. So I think that that'll be kind of fun. I might practice some 360s at some point as well. I don't think I'm going to do that on this track, but we'll see. All right, so we're going to get into it. Also, the GoPro view that you guys know and love is already charged up and already packed away for tomorrow, so unfortunately lower your expectations because we're just going to be using this camera. I know it's not the best. I can go to bonnet view so that you guys have a little bit more to look at, but I'm just going to drive like this for a little bit and get my practice in. What's up, Dave? Welcome back. So yeah, super meta conversation to start the stream out, but we're gonna go get after it here. And you know, as always, chat away. and I will catch up when I can. Vix, thank you. That's very kind. Well, that's weird. My e-brake was reading as being on, and once I activated it, it cycled through the axes and stopped doing that. I thought, gee, this is a little bit less power than I recall. Alright, let's see what we got. How's it going, Husky? Heck yeah, Miggy. We're going to. Continuing my quest to try to get copy claimed for using Initial D music. So our first tandems will be with Dragon. Or perhaps they won't. Slippery. I'm going offline a little bit. Husky Prime says, I talked to my mom and I might get a 350Z in a couple years. They'll only get cheaper, I hope. There's like this special period of time where a car is too old to be desirable to normal people, but not so old that it's only desirable to drifters, and that's the point where you can find some good deals, because normal people won't know that there are drifter prices. But like if you see a S13 for sale these days, they're pretty expensive, whether or not they're actually good. Bump. That was too much. I'll catch Turbo when he comes around here. Yeah, man, the R32 is a great option. What's up, Sharif? Just learn how to install a quick release build. That's cool. I actually have a little, it's not a tutorial really, it's a vlog on installing a QR on my S13. It's got some kind of funny fails with my camera work too, so. Alright, we're going to jump in with Turbo here. Turbo is a driver that I have a lot of trust in, and a fair bit of time that I've spent driving with him. So I can get pretty close, pretty quick. And this is exactly the sort of thing that you want to do. When you are trying to just kind of check your head, make sure that you're in good shape to go drive. Just a couple of nice clean laps. sorry. I'm just having a good time being focused. It's not something you usually get to see on stream. Not that I'm like driving that much differently, but I'm just like actually paying attention a little bit. I'm probably giving it like 50 or 60% attention instead of like 20. Sadly, that doesn't make me like an amazing driver. There's lots of people who are way better sim drivers than me. Ooh. Turbo's rowdy today. Nope. And just a touch of lag. That screwed me up pretty good. Nebulous, this is Meteora Drift Park. It's a real track. It's located in Greece. If I ever make my way out to Greece for any particular reason and somebody hands me a drift car, I definitely want to go drive here. Hey, Pro Rider, how's it going, dude? Good to hear from you. How's things? Oh, I botched that transition. I don't even know what that was supposed to be. Gearing is a little different from turbos, which is fine. I just think that it's making some interesting stuff happening. Hey, Pistonhead. Yeah, man. Happy to do it. When I saw that come up, I got the notification while I was still at work saying that you'd be live in a couple days, and so I kind of made a mental note to try and stop in, show a little support, show a little love. And apparently, because of YouTube algorithm, that brought at least one of my followers over too, which is kind of cool. So, driving tomorrow. Got an event at a fun little track. It's an okay tandem track. Not the best, honestly, because some of the like tightest tandems that you get are decreasing radius turns, which are really fun to do, especially in sim. But of course, in real life, you have the most risk probably at decreasing radius turns, as opposed to nice even stuff, because that means that there's a chance for you to be barreling down on somebody, kind of like that, and end up really ruining their day if you get everything wrong. Using the 360 cam, it's packed up for the drift event tomorrow. I really want to buy one of those Insta360 1X2s. They also make a 1R that's a GoPro shaped one, but I honestly prefer the 1X2 because it's got better overlap on the lenses. Like, it's got less of a blind spot and it's more invisible. And I really want to lean into that 360 capability and not just have yet another GoPro shaped thing. 1 inch or inch and a half wide blind spot on it. I'm a little concerned though that it's gonna just like work out in an unlucky way, and I'll discover that I've got, like I buy a 1X2 and then 8 months later they release a 1X3. So I'm sort of torn about waiting for news issues on a next generation one. Civic guy, what's up, dude? I did watch your vlog from that drift event that you went to a little while ago, where you had the footage from it. And I've seen some other folks doing footage from them as well. It looks cool. I do like it. Yeah, I know new guys are gonna come by and be like, hey man, I can't see anything on this camera angle. Oh, assassinated. And my regulars know I usually show the triple monitor setup that I'm on, but unfortunately it's just not in the cards because all my cameras are set up for drifting the real car tomorrow. Yeah, only one of my monitors is even, or only one of my cameras is even on. All the other cameras are packed for content creation. But I do appreciate that it would be great if I could give you guys more visibility. I might drive in bonnet view a little bit here in a second, because it's better than nothing for you all, but like I said, really the purpose for my stream tonight, selfishly, is just to get my mind right a little bit before I go. Hopefully do some pretty hard driving tomorrow. What's up, Bruce? Oh no! Man, I guess that would have been more of a bonk than I would want it to do in real life. I might, Jacob. I don't know. I've not, outside of like engine trouble, I've not had to fix my car from vehicular impacts in a long time, and I'm pretty proud of that. I know it's just a matter of time until eventually either I screw up or somebody else does, but still. I just have a real love for not having to fix my car. Bonk bonk. We'll make our way out here eventually on some super slippery tires. Aaron Parker crash? I did not. I saw Losi wipe out in the new BMW that he got because like the e-brake didn't work or only the front brakes worked or something. But I have not seen an Aaron Parker crash. Dylan, I've actually got a video on that, but in a nutshell, Ryzen 2700 CPU and a RTX 2070. 32 gigs of RAM, solid state terabyte hard drive, and then like, I don't know, 20 terabytes of traditional hard drive disk for content creation. Alright, we're gonna follow the Soarer, maybe, possibly. Do something that I wouldn't do in real life, most likely. Oh yeah, I would not do this in real life, no way. Not saying he's a bad driver, but if I mess up in real life, I gotta fix my real car. And we just established how much I'm not into that. Yep, that went about like I thought it would. The best cheap drift wheel is a T300. You may not think it's cheap, but it's the cheapest one that's worth buying, in my opinion. You don't have to agree with my opinion, of course, but that is my thought. I can actually drop my wheel suggestions in to chat for you, so you've got a visual there. FDRX7 hits wall. Oof. That sucks. Let's follow Brady in the S14. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call the stream curse. Instant death for no reason at all. I'm streaming, people seem to just have bouts of instability that they don't have until I get behind them. We'll just cruise. When I'm leading, I get to go up to third here, something that like nobody does. Of course, some of the guys who are really solid just change their gearing, so effectively they're at the same speed. But it's always something I'm always happy to point out. Ooh, jump into direct drive. That must be nice. It's funny, a lot of affordable direct drive wheels, relatively speaking, seem to be coming out. When I got my Fanatic belt drive wheel, it was like a baller wheel, and it still, I'm sure, is. But it's kind of funny that you can probably get direct drive wheels for less than I got. Well, for less than these are new. I bought mine used, so I still did great. Panic sensing because it's getting chased. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, I gotta do some more follows. Couch potato running T150. Yeah. CSL Elite direct drive should be worth it. The old CSL Elite belt drive was worth it. As was the, I mean, what I've got too, the Club Sport wheel. Thrustmaster TMX and TMX Pro, I would suggest saving your money until you can get a T300. I'm Brody. Nah, man, it's good. We'll catch up again. We'll catch up again. I'm kind of in the way because I'm just trying to get a follow in. $350 just for the base of the new DD. Yeah, that's not so bad. Just waiting for somebody to come around. Let's see what these gentlemen have to offer. We've got someone with a illegible username. S13, and we've got an R34. And bonked. RX-7's good drift cars. The FC probably is not amazing. The FD, I think, is pretty reasonable. The biggest issue, I think, why you don't see them a whole lot is A, they're not that common. B, the rotary engine, I'm not gonna say it's unreliable, but they're just gutless, and so it's difficult to do. A lot of people don't know how to take care of a rotary engine. Wow, I don't know what that move was. Couple of turns, he throws the big backy angle stall combo attack, and we managed to angle stall with him. Just waiting for that e-brake. There it is. That's chaos. Bakes, you changed in the car. Button to show people's names is Control L. I would actually love to rotary swap my car just for fun. I've always wanted to build an FC drift car, but I just can't afford to put multiple chassis together. It's just too expensive. But part of me, if I ever have like stupid YouTube money, I'll put together a 13B or a 3-rotor in my S13 or whatever car I'm rocking at that point, because I just want to hear it. I just want to pilot it. I have never drifted a rotary engine. Like, I just haven't known a person who had one that would let me shred. I'm going to lead off until I manage to get to do that. Actually, let me go ahead and go to, is bonnet view any better for you guys? Of course, all my cameras are in the way now. Bonnet view is not really better, is it? It's still pretty close. I guess if I move my cameras up. What have we got? Yeah. Let's move these. Just stick them up here. Super irresponsible. Next week's stream, watch for me to be like, what the heck happened to my cameras? Because I will forget. But I'm just going to stick them up here to where you can actually see what the heck is going on. And let's try it. What's up, Some Racing and Drifting? How we do? No, you can only get the neck effects effect? That seems odd. On the first-person driver perspective. But as far as I know. I don't know everything, but as far as I know, that's the only option. God, I feel like I'm gonna drive super weird now, because I'm not used to this perspective. I'm like sitting too far up, so I'm gonna do everything either early or late. Backed it in. It's okay. It is kind of cool that I can see the front corner of the car so much easier, so that I'll have a really solid idea of when I'm going to smash into the lead car. So that's cool. Oh. However, I have a harder time understanding the angle the car's at as I just drive it into a spin for no reason. Miggy, have you got a rotary car? I've driven the naturally aspirated 13B on a FC, and a non-turbo, I don't even know if it's possible to drift, honestly. Brody, that's how it goes for a while. Like, that's just the learning curve, for sure. It's not you. I think everybody feels that way. I think last time that I drove, which I made a video about, so thank you to you all who've seen it, is the Come Drifting With Me video. Even I was like, man, I feel like I'm better in sim than I am in real life. And I know that I'm being a little cautious, and I know that the track I was at isn't the best tandem track, but there were just several instances where I thought, like, what it is I'm really good at running my line. And not everybody does, and so sometimes my line is too slow. And especially on a tiny track like that, I was just like sending it and running my line and not worrying about trying to mimic the lead car. But I think more people that I drive with drive more similar to me. And so it feels different in real life when you realize not everybody does. Or, the other big thing is the WDTS cars all have the same grip for the most part. They have very similar power. You get out to the real world, and everybody wants to make tandem easier for them. So they add grip, they add power to balance the car. And it makes tandem easier for that one individual. And then everybody else finds that one individual a little harder to chase. So they got like this. And so then this guy's like, oh, I need to make it easier for me to keep up with this guy. So I'm going to add grip and power so that now it's easier for me because I'm faster than him. And then this guy's like, uh-oh, now it's hard for me. So like there's this race that isn't really intentional, but even at the grassroots, you kind of find stuff just creeps and creeps, and people probably get less tires for the most part, unless you have like a stalwart crew of homies who will just commit to being slow on the same tires, like relative to whatever the scene is moving into, which I think is the move. Like literally have your 5 buddies or however many and say, we're all running this tire size, this pressure. If you've got similar cars, like our goal is to not be faster than each other, and you will have amazing tandems all day long. Because the closer you are, the easier it is to stay close. And it's easy to stay close when nobody's jumping anybody. Nobody has to like suicide dive in to try to maintain proximity, because that's where stuff can go bad wrong. Hey Chuck, Crazy Customs. Colonel Sanders was telling me about you in Discord the other day, about your custom car work. Looks like you got some cool stuff going on. Couch Potato, I haven't personally driven Gravy Garage cars. The community that has checked them out, some of the modding guys that I know don't have amazing things to say. There's a whole lot of stuff ripped off from a whole lot of other packs. Some of them are private packs that aren't supposed to be shared, as far as like various things. That's kind of the impression I got, was just a bunch of stuff stolen from a bunch of other people with or without credit that I don't know. Some of it doesn't even work. Like there's a ton of tires, and some of the tires lack information that would enable them to actually work the way that they're supposed to. So I'm not really sure that I have a strong opinion about them, but I haven't driven them either, so take it with a grain of salt. Sound Creations Discord, yes. Here's the gist. It's coming into chat now. Yeah, going for deep angles. I mean, it's the chase car's job to catch up and match the lead car. I will say I don't really try to throw backies unless I have verbally, like with eye contact, communicated to the people that I'm tandeming with in advance that that's what we're gonna do. I think that that's asking for trouble. You know, like, I don't consider a backy to necessarily be like good drifting. I feel like that's more like a party trick that's cool to do. But just like a 360. I wouldn't throw a 360 in front of somebody who had no idea it was coming. That's asking for them to dive in on you and then hit the front of you when you come all the way around at them, right? So I feel like you kind of need to either know the people you're driving with and have them know your style, or so like deep angle, sure, but like backy angle where you're like killing all your speed, no, I would not recommend it. Just my 2 cents. A backy, that is a backwards entry. So, you know, typically when you're drifting, you'll get 45-degree angle. Sometimes you might get a 90-degree angle. If you go in so fast that you can actually over-rotate the car past 90 degrees to where the back of the car is in front of the front of the car, and then like let it come back out while it scrubs all the speed off, that's called a backy. I can do one. I think I can probably do one on this track pretty easily. Let me find. I gotta use regular angle. Yeah, it's just like one of the many slang terms. And not everybody uses that term, but like generally a backwards entry is what you call it. Of course, somebody's going to be behind me and they're going to crash into me immediately because I'm going to be trying to do a backy, and it's going to slow me down and they won't be prepared for it. Which is exactly why I don't recommend doing them in real life unless you either have no one behind you or you have someone behind you who knows and will do a backy with you. But like if we queue up some pretty big angle, like that's a backy, or at least it's a solid 90. That may not have actually been backwards. I wasn't going all that quick, and you tend to need speed to do this. But that kind of gives you the gist, I guess. Yeah, a reverse entry as well. Oh, you're right. I forgot to switch the camera over. Thank you. That was like a 5-second lag, so I'm sure 20 other people are going to say that. So I'll just have to do that again. What a shame. I hate doing backies. I don't want to have to do that again. Alright, so let's check the situation. We got somebody behind me who's probably not prepared for a backy. Check. We got decent angle. Check. Let's go. Okay, that was like more of one than was necessary for sure. Because we basically stopped. But you get the idea. Backy, reverse entry, backwards entry. Backing it in, I think, is where that comes from. Yes, the 360s are fun to do too. I watched Luke Fink's video on 360 entries and discovered that we do it like actually different. My 360 entry style is off throttle weight shift only, and his is on throttle with weight shift. See, I clutch in right there when the car is facing backwards, and he just stays in it. So, that's interesting. Since I might try to do one of my first on-circuit backwards entries in real life tomorrow, if things are feeling really solid and nothing like is going crazy wrong, or if there's not a bunch of good people to tandem with, because I'd rather do that, then I might give it a try. And I'm sort of tempted. Do I try the off-throttle style that I've kind of come up with on my own, or do I try the Luke Fink on throttle, just stay on the limiter style? So I'll wait. Turbo's always giving me these great lead runs, so I don't want to immediately. Oops, that was a failed transition there. Car straightened up a little bit. I don't want to hit him with the back use or the 360 straight away, because I feel like I owe him some good lead runs if he ends up behind me. These are not good lead runs, by the way. Oh no. What am I even doing right now? Yeah, I'll make a video from tomorrow. Unless my car breaks in the first, like, lap of driving, which has happened before, but it shouldn't. I mean, that's uncommon. But assuming that doesn't happen, yeah, I'll be shooting tomorrow. It'll be something similar, I guess, to what I made this last time. Bonk. Kame going to play VR for a bit. Have a good time on stream. Right on, dude. Thank you for tuning in for a minute. Wow, I'm just not able to do a clean lap. It's because I'm busy chatting again. I guess I'll try to focus for a second. We almost made it. Tips on setting up a good lead run. Be consistent. Don't make a ton of corrections. If you wipe, or like if you put the car in a bad spot, when you recover, do stuff that doesn't involve killing your speed. Because there could be a chase car oops behind you that's just not prepared to evade. But other than that, like assuming that you're actually driving decently at that moment in time, just generally be smooth. If you want to be polite, obviously if you want to be in competition and try to totally crush the other guy's chase run, then don't do any of these things. But for like team tandem and homie hangouts, stuff like that, for me that means throttle off transitions more often than not that are nice and slow. Try to use most of the track. Stay wide when you can, if you can. I've been going super wide the whole time. Not for Turbo to pass me, but he could at any point that he wanted to, and there we go. Of course, now I'm all... Did that whole section in third gear, never downshifted, and carried way too much speed in. Saw that little 360 attempt. I mean, I'm not as good in sim as I am in real life at that stuff either. So, to a degree, you kind of have to suspend your disbelief and be okay with the fact that you may never be quite there. Some people seem to do better than others, but that's definitely a point of struggle for me as well. You can get less bad / better at it with practice, but it definitely took me a lot longer than I thought it would to get to where I was able to tandem as good or better than I can in real life in sim. Basically, it's because I'm not willing to get this close in real life most of the time. Like, this close is fine, but much closer than nose to tail is just not. I hate driving on hot tires. I'm like the only person that does. Everybody likes to get the tires absolutely worthless and then do 1,000 laps on them. But I want to do 6 laps and then pit. Yeah, for sure, Dave. That's the same for me. I mean, my whole philosophy on drifting is to enjoy it and not have issues anyway. Like, if I was competing, then I'd look at it a little differently, but also competition a lot of times takes most of the fun out because that's not the point. Competing is not for fun, and I like fun a lot. I'm gonna see if I can't line up behind Turbo for a few more laps. Or we'll just chase Dragon, because why not? Man, that stream curse though. Stream curse again, there's no point. Yeah. Something else I need to remember is I don't have to drift every turn. Like if I'm chasing somebody, I can just e-brake in. Like I don't have to link this if I don't want to. I can just come in here and do that. What's up, Tori? How are you doing? No interest in being a part of that mess. We'll get something figured eventually. That guy's username is that he can't lead or they can't lead. Let's try Tarmac Assassin. What have you got today, Mr. Tarmac Assassin? Damn. Tori, this is Meteora Drift Park. You can find all the information about it here. What's up, Stonks? Cutter tap. Just trying to get some laps in here. Doing okay, man. Just trying to get a little last minute practice in before I go drive tomorrow. What's up, Bowler? How's it going, man? It's been a minute. Get out of here, Dave. Right on, dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna wear myself out tonight either, so thanks for tuning in for a little bit. It's good to see you guys, as always. And we'll be back with our regularly scheduled Drift Bashes next Friday. I'm still gonna continue streaming. I'm just pointing it out for anybody who's just now hopping in and is wondering, like, well, where's the triple monitor camera? And everything else. Well, that camera's packed away in my media kit for the IRL event that is tomorrow. What's up, man? Thank you for saying so. Welcome to a very chill live stream. In a way, it's a lot like my usual streams, but it's also a lot different. I'm specifically just getting some practice in for the next day for a drift event that is tomorrow. Yeah, that's in Norman. It starts at 12 though. It doesn't start at 10. It's a midday until 10 p.m. at night. Night drifting experience. Hand positioning I've had all stream too. It was going to be cooler tomorrow, but other than that, I mean, it'll still be nice and dry. Given how far we are back in this chaotic neutral train. It's finally a bump. I'll take it. I'm happy enough with that. Well, we did a little bit of warm-up. Could have been better, but I mean, everything still works the way I think it does as far as how drifting goes. What do we want to do instead for a minute? I think I want to cruise in my Togi Battle 180 or Sylvia 1V, Cell 80. I'll figure out the word. Down Hirohasakapade. Because it has been a minute since I have done Hirohasaka. Thunder Valley a couple weeks ago to watch a race. It was hot. Yeah, it's just not been pleasant lately, has it? Move my cameras back to where they used to be, for this non-POV view. Slide them back down here. So this is the old KameTrick Toge Challenge car that I drove. Got some classic brands, HKS, Active Traction Service, which is parts I have on my real car, as is Cusco. Nothing from HKS and nothing from Volk presently. I'd love to get some Volk wheels, but dang, they are so expensive. So most likely what I would get, and look at that stretch too. What I would get instead is probably some Grand Lights. And then Blitz, I don't have. Taint, I do. Sea-West, I don't. Advent, I don't presently. And just a nice, simple, clean interior. So we're going to do a little cruisy cruise down Irohazuka. Sound Creations, I am out of Oklahoma at the moment. I've lived in a number of places. Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, Japan. I've drifted in, gosh, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Ebisu, Virginia, Ohio. Yeah, so a few places. There's not necessarily like a huge scene, but there's a scene. I mean, if you check out my video library, you'll be able to see the size of events. We don't really do like, this year we were allowed to start running a Pro-Am comp, but I mean, honestly, there's only a handful of cars that can even pass tech for Pro-Am for FD. So, or what is it now, Pro Spec or whatever, I forget. Well, the feeder series for the bottom tier of Formula Drift. Basically everyone who even shows up is probably going to get a license because we're small. And then I hope the best for everybody that gets one, but unless they're driving elsewhere, they're going to get stomped because our tracks are all like 35, 45 miles an hour, and that's like half the speed that you go at FD, so nobody's going to be prepared unless they're driving big tracks out of our state. Senpai Drifted, what is up? I like that username. We're just chilling on Irohazuka. Yeah, Hunter, I'm probably going to pull Toge Challenge back during the off season when I'm not drifting on weekends in real life. Couldn't pass tech. Oof. Stock seats at 5 points. Yeah, I guess you probably would have issues with that. Some places are more strict than others. I forget how to drive this car, or like what its capabilities are, so I'm gonna stuff this up pretty hard. But we're just gonna cruise down Irohazuka slope. This is not a drift run per se, this is like a drifty grippy run. You'll see I am sliding the car to ease it around the turns because I want to. But also, as you'll have just noticed, this car has zero angle, so it's not really a drifting vehicle. So you've got to do minimal drifts, which is really fun and quite challenging. Like that. coaster that time. A lot of handbrake will upset the rear tires. I'm actually doing most of this off of shift lock, which is not ideal for the transmission either, but it's just a sim and I have no mechanical sympathy. Oh, too much angle again. Gosh, I forget my braking points. Look at that. Like minimal counter steer. It's so fun to do. Not necessarily fast, it just depends on how you execute. Itohazuka semi-jump action. Again, this car needs more angle. But it's just got a really fun amount of power to put through its paces. At Itohazuka. Let's see if we can go for a big jump here. Oof. Maybe too much. And now the bridges. Part's so hard to do correctly. Suspension left the chat for real. And then we won't have enough gas because I forgot that this setting is only to make the downhill, so we'll run out of gas any moment. This is more of a cruise on the uphill. I don't know the track at all. It'd be fun to run Itohazuka uphill as part of Toge Challenge Season 2 when I do it. Yeah, the Emperor team. This is their home course. This is a beautiful track by Project Kaido. It's a paid mod, and we bought it for the TSC members, basically. But it's well worth whatever he's asking for it. Yeah, it's got like a big tunnel and everything. The tunnel's at the very end. I don't think I'll, yeah, I don't have the fuel to make it. That's me running out of gas. I need to go back to the pits, give myself a fair amount of fuel in order to make the full run. Let's try that again. Of course, the car's going to handle kind of sluggish compared to what I'm used to. With all that extra gas in it. But we're just going to do the best we can here. Man, this car, with its lack of angle, if you get very sideways, you're just instantly screwed. Like, that was nearly another bad time. This is a solo session, and it's a paid mod anyway, for now. As I mentioned in the Discord, of course if you're new you won't know, but I've got an event tomorrow that I'm prepping for, so I did some tandems in the public server that I run, and now I'm just doing a little bit of hangout and just kind of some general driving, I guess. That'd be cool. Man, I did that again. This turn catches up on, or sneaks up on me every time. I'm not sure if I'll stream the event tomorrow. Typically drift events are in places that get miserable reception, and so it would be like a 240p, like 15 FPS kind of stream, which I don't know that anybody actually wants to consume. If I think of it, I may try, but usually I just do edited footage. Just because the quality is abysmal. This is a private car from the KameTrick Drift Challenge Season 1. It's the Sylvia, well, the Nissan Sil 80 specifically. And it's like a early 90s low power, no angle type of build. much. Maybe. It may be 175, but probably the way that it doesn't spin the tires much, I feel like it's probably under 200. Alright, we got to the bottom of the toge. We can now cruise the uphill. It sounds really good, I know that much. I don't actually have the uphill memorized. You'll see me glance over, it's because I'm looking at the mini-map. But we'll try to drive in the gutter a little bit for fun. No angle. No, I don't think anybody does the Ito Huska jump in real life. Realistically, the race would have ended as soon as the MR2 hit the ground from the jump that he did. Or at least it would have been highly risky. That could have won either race or KO'd your car. If you want to get into initial D lore with a touch of realism applied to it, like Takumi just jumped over one of these and he ruined his suspension in the fight against Godhand. So what do you think the odds are that you could jump a car off of a 3-foot gap without potentially bending part of the suspension and making it not able to drive as hard as it did the whole rest of the battle after multiple jumps? Like, nah, probably not. It'd be cool to do, but not if you needed to like make the next corner at the same level of capability that you did the one before. I was not paying attention to the road. That was kind of cool. Yeah, I definitely think I want to do the uphill for season 2. This would be an SR20 car. Yeah, no, I'm really happy with the sounds that we have on this one. It's not something that we invented. I think this is a Toge Workshop. Whatever World Drift Tour Street Pack was before it was called World Drift Tour Street Pack, that's all that it is. It's their hard work, used with permission and with credit. being able to do jumps and stuff would be really cool, I'm not gonna lie. Of course, then the car would be a dog to drive in non-jumps corners where you can like reach over and touch the asphalt because it's leaning over so hard. But it would be pretty cool. I hop on because we got the stream going. Heck yeah. I'm not going to be streaming real late tonight. We'll take a break and pull off over here to this little rest area and overlook. This says Panorama Resto House. Panorama Resto House. So like panorama rest house or rest area. Because theoretically you should be able to, you know, go somewhere, invisible wall, yay, and see some manner of beautiful overlook from up high right here. Which is kind of fun. Alright. We probably have a few more heel toes before we finish out this cruise of Hirohasuka. Kind of look like a wash barn. And then there's this really cool set of tunnels with nice reverb. Well, that one had nice reverb. There it is. So then we can have a sprint to the finish. I think it'd be super fun. Did not even like that. Now we're out to the start again. And if you want to be Shingo-y about it, wah! Now we're going so fast that I don't know how to brake for this turn and we're going to die instantly. Let's watch it happen. Bonk. And that's what usually happens when people first try Hirohasuka. They get pinched on that wall and shot into that one. Ah, good times. Tips for driving with no tack? Real life or sim? I mean, well, probably real life, because in sim, you just turn on, like, Sidekick or some sort of an app that has a tag. Basically, your engine should have a rev limiter, one of these. So when you hit the rev limiter, notate what that sounds like and about how long it takes to get to in each gear. These cars are built for grip, absolutely. The ones that we're in. But yeah, you generally want to know what your rev limiter sounds like, and once you drive enough, you'll have an idea for when you get to your rev limiter, like how many seconds or whatever it takes when you're driving in anger. Like in my car, I don't look at the tack while I drive, but I know when I'm going to trip the rev limiter, and I usually just hover right below it. So if it's at like, I don't know, 5,800 in my car, I'll just hang out at 55 all day. And only push it if I really need to stretch a corner or something like that. What's up, JD? Got the Logitech rebuilt yesterday. Awesome, man. That's cool. Very good, very good. Let's see what time it is. 10:26. Cool. The coolest of beans. Alright, well hopefully you guys enjoyed that Hirohasuka cruise. I thought that was pretty fun. And of course we weren't just putting around, we actually got to drive the car in anger and did pretty well. Not fast times per se, but it was a little over 11 minutes to do the uphill and the downhill, and I took a break to look at the whatever it was, the scenic overlook area. So yeah, that's what I got today. I'm gonna go get some rest, brush my toofers, and crawl into bed, get some sleep, dream about putting tire marks on my friends' doors, and then not quite make it a reality, but get some nice proximity tandems in a car that looks better than that. I'm running my front bumper, I've got all my body kit on. Man, I'm living my best life, guys. I bought this trailer last month, maybe end of August. It might have been a month and a half ago now. And I've been working on my setup for it and like the ramps and things I used to get on and off. And I just got it set up to where I can no look straight drive onto the trailer without taking off my front bumper or my kits and without scraping anything. Just barely clears it. Oh my god, it's so nice. Because like before, I would have to take off my front bumper, which is zip tied on. So all these zip ties and like 4 10mm bolts come off. That gets set aside. Ramps come out. Wood ramps go into that. Truck gets pulled up onto plastic ramps. Drive onto that, and then hop back in. Put the bumper back on so that it doesn't fly away. And then when I get to the track, I have to take the bumper back off, do all that stuff, back it out, put the bumper back on. Nope, none of that. I took my load time down from probably 40 minutes to like 25. Just drive the car up, strap it down, and I can get faster even faster than that. JD, yeah, I will absolutely be filming tomorrow, and I hope to get a little bit more footage from the pits and from other drivers. Do a little bit of walk and talk in between my runs when I can ask people various things. I think one of the things I really want to try, it just depends on how people interview when I talk to them, but one of the things I want to try is asking folks to talk about like how much money does it cost them to go drifting, because I think that's something a lot of people would want to know. You know, like anybody who watches my channel is probably interested in drifting to some degree. Many people who do only are able to do it in sim right now, but may aspire to drift in real life. You know, maybe not Formula Drift, maybe not compete at the top level, but they want to, like me, you know, have a car and be able to go out a couple times a season and, you know, go shred. And so to be able to answer like, here's our most baller guy who showed up to the event and he's got a $100,000 FD car or whatever, and then here's our most budget guy who came out to the event with a car that he bought for $1,000 and he's running on a set of used tires. You know, just kind of show you the spectrum and give you an idea of what the many faces of drift look like in terms of how you can make it work. I think that'd be kind of fun. PVC tires on the rental cars would be sick. That'd be cool. Senpai drifted. Yeah, exactly. Right on. Well, I'll see. It'll depend on, I don't know, just how the day goes. It's very easy at a drift event. Like, you can have the day go by like this if you just show up and drive. So you got to keep in mind, like, I'm basically a one-man band. I go out, I drive, and I film, and I socialize like any other human. So like, it's hard to cut my focus in half to do all those things, but I just enjoy doing it, and it's fun to look back on. It's fun to bring that content out and show more people the drift life. So we'll see. One of my buddies and subscriber is going to be doing some filming for me, I think. I'll probably be doing some driving with him as well, but hopefully that'll make that a bit easier. We'll see how it goes. WQRKU, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm going to call you Warq. Konnichiwa. まあもうすぐ今夜のストリームが終わりますなのですけど、まあ見てくれてありがとうございます。ようこそ。何時でしたっけ？もうこっちは10時半ですけど、まあ遅くないんですが、まあ結構疲れてるんで、明日はまあリアルのドリフト走行開始だし、まあちょっと寝ましょうだと思っております。だからもうすぐ終わりにします。 Senpai Drifted, it's amazing. I love this channel. Help me with my Logitech. Awesome. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. I've been kind of taking it easy on this channel a little bit. I got a few other things going on, but I'm going to keep the streams going. Going to release edits when I can. We'll see. You know, I used to do every week. I don't know if I'm going to manage to do every week right now, but we'll stream every week. We'll drive together every week, and then, you know, at least once or twice a month we'll have edits coming out, and then hopefully we'll get what have we got? November will probably be our last month of driving where I'm at, and so then I'll be able to put some focus into running Toge Challenge, which is always something fun, even though it's non-drifting, but the community looks forward to that. Being an on-drift fanatic and not showing up until after the OU game. Man, it's alright. It's alright. How did the OU game go? I obviously didn't watch it, but thanks, JD. Stonks, I'll get a new drift car if and when I just completely destroy mine. If I get in a bad wreck and I bend the frame, I will pull the drivetrain out and I will put that into some other chassis. Probably a SN95 Mustang because they're cheap, or a 350Z or something. I don't think I would necessarily build something cray. We'll see. If I get off my butt and make a whole lot of content and YouTube pushes me and I find success in that regard and I have some YouTube money to play with, then maybe I would build something crazy. It'd be fun. But I'd probably stick to budget affordable cars, just like my S13 used to be a budget affordable car. Yeah, glad you guys are enjoying the streams. Beam, man, I guess I could. I don't think I'd be doing any multiplayer. I've heard there's a multiplayer mod, but I don't even have it set up to feel right yet. I like fired it up once, tried to map my stuff, and like the wheel was just completely dead in terms of having any feedback of note. And so I was like, yep, undrivable. But I gave it like 30 seconds of effort, to be fair. So maybe I'll try that at some point. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, dudes, thanks for tuning in. Buy a USDM twin cam and stick a 1UZ onto it. Interesting. Oh, that's a good point too about the computer being able to handle it. Fair enough. Crew, I'm out. Thank you all for tuning in. You're all the best. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you tuning in. Y'all make the stream worth doing. So, if you're at the event tomorrow, come say hey, let me know your YouTube username or Discord name so that I can try to put a username to a face, and say hey, come catch a ride, and if not, then stay tuned. And this time next week, hopefully, but maybe the week after, it just depends, I'll have a edit for us to enjoy. Peace.